Jawohl. Guten Tag, meine Freunde. Bist du ein Katzenperson? Nein, ich bin eine Katzenperson. Jagdpanzer, Panzer, Lux, tanks. I like tanks. This is mug that my mother-in-law got me. I can't remember, but I think I went through all this before. I'll tell you what, this phone is just absolutely freaking out on me. It cannot handle doing internet and this at the same time for some reason, and it must be the latest update, whatever that may be. Yeah, and now it can't connect to the camera. I have to stop recording to make sure that you're looking at me in shot. And I'm just not going to do that, guys. So this either works or it doesn't. I'll roll it again from the start when we get ready to go. Got my thing. Got my backpack, going for a ride this morning. I thought we'd talk about a few things on the way out to the range. Yes, we're going shooting. Schützenmeister. Schützenmeister. Not shoemaster, shooting master. Anyway. Yeah, I thought we could go shoot today. I wanted to show you something cool. If you do not want to hear me talk on the way to the range, down here in the bottom of the screen is the time that you can jump to, and we will be talking about the shotguns. In the shotgun range and the clay pigeon shooting. Yeah, baby. And I'll tell you guys what, it's gonna be warm today. Hi, Miss Kitty. What you doing? Want some loves? No? Talking about the Katzen person. Here's my Katzen. Yeah, I see you. What was you jumping for? Huh? What are you doing? Yeah, I'm loving on you. You want to be loved on? Yeah. Oh my God. We finally started, she's finally getting rid of her winter coat. That's good. Man, that is solid. I like that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, wait till you see what we got in there. Let's roll. I'm gonna stop and get some gas. We'll check out the mileage. I've got 98 miles or something like that. And we'll see where we're at, and then we'll head out to the range. Catch you out there. I think I'm doing this. You know what? I have no idea what the speed limit is through here. I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else ride on that or park on that. Whew. Woo! Let's put the center stand down. 100 miles, 0.8. Turn this off and open this up. Oh my God, as if it isn't hot enough. Okay, lift handle 91 at 339 a gallon. Jeez, it went back up. Which is funny because oil is still like radically down. Whole thing's a damn ripoff. Yeah, I like putting the bike away. I like putting the bike away full when I'm riding it often, and I like to leave a little bit of space, maybe a half gallon to a gallon, when I'm gonna have it just sit. And the reason for that is if the thing, during the rainy season, the like 2 weeks here that we get a little bit of rain, there we are to the bottom of the flange. 2 gallons, woo! Well, there you go, 2.1 gallons on 100 miles. I'm getting in the high 40s. Let's do the math anyways, because we're here. Oh. Whew. God, I gotta tell you guys, it's really warm today. Let's look at that for a second while we're donking around here on the interwebs. Oh, it's really warm. Oh, where are we at? Here's the weather. Greg says it's not radically busy out at the range today. We're unable to get data at this time. Please try again later, because for some reason we can't run mobile data and that at the same time. Close all. Boop. Something wrong with the phone, guys. I don't know what they did to it, but they screwed it up. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So we're looking at a high of, well, Paul, that one's for you right there, buddy. I left it on Celsius. I'll tell you, I kind of have a clue on Celsius to Fahrenheit. I'm getting a little bit better at it lately because I'm using Celsius more, but I'm still a little bit off. So before I say stuff, I double check it, and then I usually end up when we're talking about it, I just share the. But 36 degrees, you're approaching 100 today. 36 should be, I think, the mid 90s. Units of measure. This is what's funny. So I can talk to my friend in the UK. I have to go to metric. But so that I know what I'm doing here in America, baby, I got to go to English. Oh yes, mid 90s. That's what I thought. I wanted to say 98, but I would have been wrong. Well, no, 98. Yeah, I would have been right. I would have been really close to right. It's gonna be like it's gonna be almost 100 today. So we got a really late start. Let's turn this on and check the. Let's turn this on and check the thing. 100.8 miles. Close all. Come on. Like, this is hard, right? 0.8 divided by 2.138 gallons. 2.138. Yeah, high 40s, huh? 47 miles per gallon. I'll let you guys figure out kilometers per liter and all that stuff, but that's about average. That's what most people are getting. I thought this thing was supposed to get a lot higher miles per gallon because they were talking British miles and British gallons, not what we use here in America. So I thought my mileage was down for a long time. Anyway. Woo! Had a very light breakfast this morning. I had a couple slices of bacon and a little honey roll. And yeah, that'll ride. Wait till you see what I got in there. That's hilarious. Oh, jeez. I am so sweaty right now. Oh, that little dog is telling me off. I love it. I love it. So, I'm surprised at how light traffic is. I'm really surprised at how light traffic is this morning. God, it's pushing 9 o'clock almost. It's already very warm out. But I'll tell you what, this is my adventure air. Let's get this close so I can hear myself talking. Because who doesn't want to hear me talk? Let's get them over here. This is my adventure air, and this was the jacket I bought for the BMW. And I haven't really worn it with this bike, but I knew it was going to be warm today. It's going to be almost 100. Well, I'll wear that. Why not? You know, tan and red go together. I don't look like a complete dork, right? Does that look good? Can you see it? So, yeah, I want to go out to the range today. I think you guys will trip on this. This is a lot of fun. I got 50 rounds of 12 gauge in the bag. I have the shotgun in the bag. Wait till you see how that goes. I missed it. I would have waved to that guy if I'd have been paying attention. Yeah, that's going to be fun. As you saw on the timestamp, that's when we start, and then with the shooting part. But I wanted to kind of hit a couple of topics on the way out. Now here we're on the freeway, and I see a lot more traffic on the freeway this morning. A lot more than we've been seeing lately. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. California is still on a lockdown. The governor is trying to flex muscles he does not have, exert authority that he does not possess, trying to act unconstitutionally. Why? Because that's what communists do. They lie, cheat, and steal. They lie, cheat, and steal. The sun shines, water is wet, the wind blows, sand is gritty. Communists lie. They cheat and they steal. And Gavin Newsom is not an actual communist, as in wants to bring about equality of all men. He is a communist like Xi Jinping is a communist. He wants to rule and be rich. That's what he wants. So that's what his gig is really about. He's trying to say that the state has to stay on lockdown. They're saying the beaches in Orange County have to stay locked down. 3 counties, and now Kern County, my county, the largest county in the entire United States, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Kern County is huge. Kern County is the size of some small European countries. Just about. Anyway, Kern County, the Board of Supervisors and the sheriff said we're no longer enforcing the lockdown. You guys want to open your restaurants? Yesterday was the day, Friday. What's today, the 9th? So yesterday was the 8th, I think. I could be wrong. I just corrected myself in the little subtext. If I was. So yeah, yesterday was the day they can open back up. If you want to open your restaurant, they're asking people to be wise about it and not go nuts, you know, don't go in there and lick each other's tongues and all that junk, you know. but you know, kind of still maintain the distancing thing. Now I'm going to say this also, and I'm a little bit peeved. I'm not a little bit peeved, I'm massively angry. The CDC just halved their estimated deaths from this thing, from the coronavirus novel, the COVID-19. Their estimates of deaths caused in the United States by half by the Kung flu. And now the numbers actually are in the ballpark with a regular flu. Not a harsh flu season, not a little bit worse than a harsh flu season. Their numbers are on par with the regular flu. So this is, and we're seeing more and more evidence that this thing was engineered in a lab. They know for a fact it did not come out of that wet food market, and apparently we're finding out now they never even sold bats in that market in the first place. So, oh, look at me on my little red bike. Oh no, I have to add 4 miles to whatever happens next. I'll never remember that. Come on, dude. I'll never remember that. Which means my next my next tank will be like a really poor mileage. I'm like, oh crud. There you go. Guys doing a little yard work. That's what I should be doing today. I should have got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and started rototilling in the backyard. I just don't feel like doing that. I'll tell you what though, yesterday I went to work and there was absolutely nothing to do. And I was out there with one of the other guys chopping weeds along the side of the property. Oh man, absolutely livid. Well, at least you've got a job, you know, but the people without a job, not only are making their money, they're getting an extra $600 a week. You know, I don't know how much longer that goes for. I don't know. The last thing I want to do is chop weeds. I don't even want to do it at home. I sure as the hell don't want to do it at work, not for any money. But you're not making the dollar you're making right now. You're making all the dollars that come after this because you have the job. And when all the subsidies run out and all the free money runs out, you still have a job. You still have money coming in. When they can't print more money or whatever the thing, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But yeah, it looks like the whole thing was a complete and total lie from the start. Aggravated as heck. Listen to the people. See, we told y'all. And I haven't really heard that a whole lot. I've heard it from a couple, but all the people that I would have thought would have done that, they're just kind of letting it ride because I think they know. See, we were right all along. Like, oh, whatever. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. The information we had at the time. And that's what gets me aggravated now is twofold, really. It's twofold, really. Now that we know the whole thing was crap. I gotta watch my rear view here. I'm not going to get in front of this guy because I'm just kind of leisurely strolling out to the range. I am not hoofing it. I don't want to do 90 miles an hour. And that's what you have to do to stay in front of these people because everybody drives 80, 90 miles an hour. Anyway, I am perfectly happy doing about 100 kilometers an hour. 110 the most. Everybody wants to do 130 around here. About 90. You know, whatever. Anyway, I'll check that later and see if I got it right. Still looking at kilometers too. Trying to get it all in my head. Get it squared out in my head. So yeah, Kern County is no longer observing the lockdown from the state. The state governor, Gavin Newsom, communist piece of it, Jericho Green says, Gavin, bang your wife, Newsom. Oh, jeez. He's telling the other 3 counties that are doing the same thing that if they do not observe the lockdown, they will not get the funding. those counties will not get the funding for the coronavirus stuff. And I say this, that little bit of funding, and this kind of goes back to I actually have a job and I'm working, and you're getting you're getting more money right now on unemployment and the grant thing for the $600 a week. But what happens when that runs out? And I'm working and I still have an income after all this, right? So carrying that whole concept and idea over to the state and the counties, the counties are going, well, we're not going to observe the thing anymore. We're going to get our economies going, which I'm equating to having a job, right? I'm equating that to having a job. And they're like, okay, well, yeah, but we're going to have the income from the tax revenue from the businesses running going forward, right? And the state's like, well, this one-time thing, we're not going to give it to you anymore if you don't obey us. I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and open the county back up. If I was the guy in charge of the county, if I was leading the charge on that, and my other members were in agreement with me on my board, my county board, supervisors board, whatever, then I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. You keep your money, dude. We'll make our own. We'll go ahead and make our own money. We don't need yours. You soft pansy piece of trash. Oh, jeez. That's funny. I don't know. I see it that way. I'm glad Kern County's doing that. This is a red county in a blue state. Our vote doesn't count here. Anything we do, it gets countermanded by the big cities, and that sucks. That really sucks. If China goes to war with us, listening to Tim Pool talk about Thucydides' trap and how we're just destined for war with China, and yeah, we probably are. Them releasing this, and here's, I'm going to say this because I think it's an important distinction. Did they release the virus into their population on purpose? We'll never know that. We will never know that. That's not something we can know. I personally believe they probably did. I know they had the means, the motive, and the opportunity, and that is the three legs that any case has to stand on. Now you have to find the proof. If all you have are those three things, then it's all circumstantial. Look at them oil fields, pumping that oil, baby. Pumping that oil. Isn't that beautiful? We know they had the motive, the means, and the opportunity, and they are communists, and communists do shit like that. They will murder thousands, if not millions, of their own people in order to get the things they want. So I honestly believe that they probably did release it into their population on purpose. Now, that being said, doesn't matter what I believe because I can't prove it. I do have the three legs. I have the circumstances. Okay, that's my belief. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get down to solid gold facts, baby. We know for a fact that they closed down travel between their provinces while they were letting people leave Wuhan to other countries. We know for a fact that that was going on. So whether you believe they let it out of the lab on purpose into their population, we know for a fact now, we know for a fact that they closed their own borders, tried to mitigate the spread. They were buying up all of the medical stuff. They were buying up all the medical stuff in Australia and other countries and shipping it home, okay? While they were letting people leave Wuhan infected. We know this for a fact. So did they, I'm not going to wave to the cop. Did they release it into their population from the lab? We don't know. We'll never know. I suspect they did. Did they release it into the rest of the world? Yes. Yes, they did. They spread this disease and they did it intentionally. They caused it to become a pandemic on purpose. And if you don't think that's true, then I'm sorry, you're just not paying attention. That's the news, man. That's the news as it's been reported by every major outlet. 6 months before this thing started hitting, Chinese scientists were ejected from a Canadian lab that was working on this very thing. Motive means opportunity. What were they ejected for? What did they get kicked out for? Taking information and materials out of the lab. They were found to have connections, possibly connections with the PLA and other parts of the Chinese Communist government. I mean, come on. Water's wet, the sun shines, sand is gritty, and communists do communist shit. And if you don't get that, man, I'm sorry. Man, I'm sorry. You are kind of thick. That's all I have to say about that. So what really aggravates me is we locked down. We did the thing like we were supposed to. Hey, cool. We did what we were supposed to do with the information that we had at the time. And I think it was a wise thing to do. We were looking at somewhere between 2 and 6 million dead Americans, ungodly amounts of people dead around the world. That's what we were looking at, and we acted accordingly, and I don't think we acted wrong. I really don't. I think we did the right thing. And we didn't need the government. We shouldn't need the government to come in and go, excuse me, to come in and go, oh, you have to do all this stuff. No, we pretty much started doing it immediately ourselves. And then when they did the lockdown, everybody went, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. And then they came through and said, oh, we're going to give you financial aid. Oh, cool. That's a big help. I personally, look at that. Look at that. It's still pretty out here. It's not quite dead yet. It's getting there, though. You get a couple more 100-degree days like this, and see, my mind is not on it today. Must be the Kahlua. A half a shot of Kahlua. Yeah, right. It's pretty out here when it's green. I wish it was green all the time. If it rained all the time, I probably would just go along with getting rain on the bike, you know what? But since we have so little rain, I just go ahead and avoid it. Anyway, yeah, it's aggravating because you got to go with the information you have. You can't just make stuff up or pretend or want something to be. You have to act accordingly to the information you have and prognosticate as best you can, right? Based off of, you know, what do they call it? Dope. When you sight a rifle in, you call it with the dope on the rifle. Data on previous engagements. DOPE. Data on previous engagement, and that's what you had to go on with this thing. Well, now we have new dope, we have new data, and it says, and this is from the government, from the CDC and etc. ad nauseum, right? This thing isn't any worse than the flu. So you guys that said it, you were lucky. You were lucky, and you got it right, kind of, for the wrong reasons, but whatever. So now that we know that that's the thing, what are we doing? We still have, we don't just, they started with these, you're looking at these lines right now, they started with these, right? And now you go into the stores and they have this junk all over the place. And it's one way down the aisle. People are joking memes about, oh, what are you in jail for? Oh, I went the wrong way down the supermarket aisle. Because now, and when I was recording that, I didn't even notice it. It says you can only go down each aisle one way. That way, you're not bumping into each other, right? Man, I wish I'd have known this guy was going to do this. I really didn't think he'd go all the way out here. Although, I'm glad I'm behind him right now, because when these bees get out and get moving around, he'll cut a path for me. Plus, I'm going slower. I'm only doing 50 miles an hour. So, yeah, you know, they got all this stuff. Everybody in the stores wearing face masks, and all the stores have come out. And this is since This is since we found out that this isn't anything. Now it's like, oh man, we've got to extend these lockdowns, and some of the states are going, no, there's no reason, and they're right. There's no reason. There's no reason. Now everybody's wearing face masks. There's no need to wear a face mask. You don't need to wear a face mask. You don't need to. This is nothing. This is the flu. You catch the flu. You catch the flu. Now, if you're older, and this is where they're talking about the Sweden model, right? The Swedish model. They locked down the nursing homes. They had an inordinately high amount of deaths in the nursing homes. Okay. Nobody goes to nursing homes anymore. The nursing homes are on lockdown. The rest of everything's open. If I catch this, I'm probably going to be fine. Now, my older folks that I know, I don't want to get them sick, so I'm going to try not to, I don't know. There's just so many stupid things about the lockdown. They're doing it wrong. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. It's aggravating as hell. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't stop them. And then there's the people that are saying, oh, they're taking your rights away and you're just letting them do it. I'm sorry, man. You are so late to this. You are so late to this. Oh my God. I'm gonna... conserve some battery on this. There you go, off-roading on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. They are not allowed to call them an Interceptor 650. Here in America, they are the INT 650. Because apparently, one of the other motorcycle companies, who I will not name here because screw them, does not have a model called the Interceptor, but they hold the copyright on that in America. So they should have sold that to Royal Enfield for a song and a dance and let them bring this bike out as the Interceptor 650. Oh well. Just my 2 cents adjusted for inflation. Well, anyway, that's the COVID news. This is what's going on in the world. I've noticed a lot more places are opening already because of yesterday being the day. So glad to see that. I think it was Greg told me that he went to Dagny's and they would not serve him unless he was wearing a mask. Let's go ahead and slow down.
Halfway in the road, so the other cars might be coming around. Stay real careful.
Thank you. Well, there we go. I ate up an hour of footage, almost, screwing around. I'm going to edit that down. We're here at the range. We're here at the range, and I am going to catch up to you up on the shotgun range. This is going to be cool. You guys are going to love this. And I will explain it when we get there. Catch you in a second. So let me show you what I got going on. This is going to be so cool. Pop that open. This apart. Got a little bit of lunch, which we don't need right this second. Some 12 gauge shells, which we are going to need. Water, my water holder. But most important of all, oh, let's see. Okay, that's set just like that. Ooh. Got some rubbish going on. That's all right. So check this out. This is knocking shells over. This is so cool. You take this off, right? Set that right there, and then you hook this. You want these down, right? You hook this like this. Empty, right? Safety checked. Safety's on, off, safety back on. So there we go. That's what we're going to be using today. I will take you with me and we will check this out. This is going to be really cool. You guys will like this. I'm going to leave the bike here though. Nice. So we have you set up where you can see what's going on. Let's come check this out for a second. So this is the course in picture, so we can zoom in. All right, so what you do is you come in here and you start the thing, right? It says insert tag. Now apparently what you do is you hold this 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 seconds, 6. We'll do a 5 second delay. How's that sound? And then up at the range desk, you had to trade your license. This isn't what we want. I hate when people give me business cards for one of these. And what you do, you stick that in there. Doop. Targets 2,000 left. Make a selection. So we're going to take this, and does it reach? Just barely doesn't. We're going to do this because we can. And it's going to sit there. Now, we need to know what is what. So C and A are these two here. B is going to throw from over the hill, right? And D is going to throw across you and at you. So that's how those are going to go. What I'm going to do, usually, I've got a pouch that goes here, and I didn't grab that this morning because I didn't really have this kind of lined out how I wanted to do it. I'm going to grab 6 shells. I'm going to set them right here in pairs. Right. Let's do 10. Let's do 10 here. There's 8. And 2 for the gun. I'll close this back up. Throw that back down in there. Okay. Woo. All right. We're going to start with these two here. We'll start with C. How's that sound? We'll break the gun. Put your 2 shells in. Got my ear pro. Good. So we got a 5 second delay when I push C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh jeez. Let's do that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I missed. And I don't get another shot because I already fired my first round. All right, let's look at this. We'll do D this time. It should be coming at me. So 2 shells in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's green. You can't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no way no. Before we put those in there, let's try B this time. Hopefully we can see the thing. Put 2 in, safety off, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hit it both times. The first shot just knocked the skirt off of it. The second shot blew it apart. I hope you can see that. Let's do that one again. I nicked it, then a little piece flew off, so I hit it again. Why not? You can dump them on the ground, but then somebody's got to come clean them up. We were just having that conversation. If you can leave the world a little bit better than you found it, then why not? You know, if everybody did that, the world would be a shiny place. Let's try A. We haven't done A, and that'll be the last 2 on this station, and then we'll go set up at another one and try that. A little chunk of something fly off of it, but not enough to break it, so we won't break it up. Now there's a whole thing here you can do. You can keep scorecard, keep track, all that stuff. I'm not interested in that. Just having a good time. So let's go set up at another one and try that. And matter of fact, they're just leaving that one, so let's walk down there and try that, and we'll see where we're at, guys. This is too much fun. Okay, so this one only has 2. B is over here, and it's going to throw clay this way, and A is over there, I think, and it's going to throw one this way, and it's going to be kind of a high arc. So the hope is that you can see that. God, I sure hope so. I'm not going to do, guys, I'm not going to do the commentary through the whole thing. I'm just going to go ahead and shoot it, and we'll see how it comes out. Oh, actually, B is back here on the ridge. That's cool. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Insert the tag. Let's try A first. do it again. Oh. I thought I nicked it. That was just the wad. Again. Everything's clean. Right. Let's do two. Let's do A again. I like that one. It's fun. Totally missed. And B. Let's do B one more time. I got two shells left out. Then A. Just a little bit of chunk of nothing. And that wasn't the wadding this time. All right. Let's go up this way and go check it out, and we'll do the next one up there, and I can grab a drink of water. It's warm out here, guys. So here's this one. Let's see, A and B. I think B is this unit down here. And if I remember correctly, A is either that unit up there or that unit on the left up there. So let's check it out. We're gonna go activate, and we're gonna hold B down, time delay. Let's go 5 seconds still, that way we're in it. And again, oh yeah, baby, put the card. All right, oh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta set myself up. Let's check that out. Let's get that done, and then you can watch from, I got the camera up there. Let's go check this out. Yeah, A's in the back, B's down here. Let's try B. Let's try it again. So we're empty, right? Set that down there for a minute. Oh boy. I'll tell you what. It is warm. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that. If you're in my neck of the woods and you can get out here to Five Dogs sometime and try this out, I highly recommend it. It's just too much fun. After I bought this, I kind of picked up the Division again, and the first one, and I found something that I don't know if I found it in my other two characters, but this one's a girl, and I don't think I found it before. I never tried to play it, but I found a side-by-side shotgun. Oh, heck with it, I'll try to run it. So when I'm in the lower levels, when everybody's my level or lower, I run the side-by-side just to grind the streets, and you're picking up gear more or less for money, because the gear you're getting is no good. You can't use it, but just too much fun. This is too much fun, and doing this is just, what a blast. I mean, what a crack up. I never did that before. What they do is the little card they give you has a chip in it, and it remembers how many times you pushed the button, right? And a lot of them, they keep track, they keep their score and all this stuff, and sometimes the thing just doesn't work, so they keep track of that. You know, I've been up there and heard them before. Oh yeah, you know, I got 6 no shoots or whatever. I think one of them didn't go, but I didn't see it. I don't know, and I have no clue, and I don't care. And I think it's 40 cents per bird is what they charge. That's not bad, you know. It's a little pricey. We spent almost $20 today on birds. I don't even know what 12 gauge ammo is going for, because this is the Kung Flu pandemic apocalypse, right? So everybody went out and bought guns, everybody went out and bought ammo. You can't hardly get nothing no more, so I don't even know if I can replace this ammo. I don't care, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, what a crack up. And of course, this is not the gun for that. Look at those barrels are ported. So there's very low recoil on it. I'll tell you what, I'd rather have this than nothing at all, that's for sure. And I'd rather have a 2-barrel than a single barrel, right? Just too much fun. Too much fun with this. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down. Ride back into town. I am not going to record any of that. I don't see a reason to. I honestly think when I sit down to edit this, it's either going to be... What are you doing? Oh yeah, I guess I would balk at that too. Yeah, what I'm going to probably do is not record going back in. This will be the end of the video. Hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. It's getting hot out here, guys. Whew, it's getting hot. Guys, take care. This might be a 2-part, because man, I went on a rant coming in. If it was a 2-part, then this is the end of part 2. If it's not, then this is the end of the whole video. I'm going to try to start putting these on BitChute too. We got to get changed over. YouTube is not going to be there for us, so there's no point in continuing with this YouTube thing. Go check out Eat Shoots and Leaves on BitChute and see if you can find this video. And if you can, then yeah, start looking for them there, I guess. I don't know. Alright guys, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, I hope it's good. Hope you're having a good time. I will catch you guys on the next one.